Pros and cons of the Osprey Aura AG 50-liter backpack. I've had it for the past 3 years. This is going to be a great backpack for anyone from beginner to advanced. So if you're not doing ultralight backpacking, then this is something that you would want to look at, or something similar. Once you buy this, it's kind of like a one and done. So because of the quality, the durability, and the warranty Osprey has, if you buy this pack, then you'll have it for life. It'll last you on all your adventures. Let's just get into some quick pros. Pros about this backpack is definitely going to be the anti-gravity system, which is this mesh suspension kind of trampoline-like feature that Osprey has. Out of all the backpacks that I tried on, I found this to be the most comfortable anti-gravity system. Different brands have their own version of this, but to me this was the most comfortable. It has this lifted mesh to help with one, weight, so it's gonna feel like you're carrying a lighter bag, and two, ventilation, so it allows airflow behind your back so that you are not super sweaty when you're backpacking. You still get sweaty, but it's going to be less if you have this ventilated system rather than just the flat back of a backpack on your back up against you. So that is the biggest pro in my opinion. Another pro is how adjustable these packs are. So with this, you can adjust it depending on your torso length. Right here, you can move this up and down, and then you can also adjust the hip belt. This moves out and in depending on how wide your hips are. It gives you flexibility to make it smaller or larger. The pro that I really like is the trekking pole system they have here. It's super easy to use, and whenever I do it through hike, I am using trekking poles, so it's just convenient to be able to have them attached to your bag really easily on the front and be able to access them and put them away quickly whenever you want to. Another pro is that this has a water bladder system. If you like using water bladders, then it has the hole here. You can feed the tube through and then feed it through the shoulder strap there. Another pro is that it has two different side pockets right here for water bottles. So this side access one makes it super easy to use when you're actually hiking, to just be able to reach to the side, pull out your water bottle, because if it's in this top one, you can't access it. It's really difficult. Usually you have to take your pack off or have someone else you're hiking with grab your water bottle for you. So with this one, because it's slanted at a diagonal on the side, it's a lot easier to just pull it out, put it back in. Putting it back in might be a little more difficult. You might need help with that, but you're able to do it if you kind of just play with it a little bit. You're able to get that back in there. The thing about the front that I like is that it has this front compartment here to be able to put quick access things in, and it comes with this adjustable clip here, so you can have more room, or you can cinch it down to close that up. Make sure nothing's gonna fall out. Zipper on the bottom. This does have a zipper on the bottom to be able to access. Usually your sleeping bag is on the bottom, so it makes that quick access. I never really use that feature because it's always in a dry bag. I have never had to just take out my sleeping bag before taking things out on the top, so that is there if that's something you like. Let's get into the cons. Price, I would say, is a con. I did get this at the annual REI sale, so I got 30% off because I am an REI member. However, I would check Facebook Marketplace or the REI Garage sale store online, because these packs are always on there and you can get them for really good deals now that they've been out for a couple of years. So definitely check that before buying a new one. Another con is I wish this top section was able to be used as a day pack. You can take it off here, but it doesn't come with any like strap to make it into a day bag. You can kind of DIY your own strap, I guess, but I do wish it was just easily able to take it off and use it as a day bag. And then if you do take that off, there is no cover for this top section. So you just have like this hole at the top and you just cinch it, and that would be the top if you took this off. So I do wish there was like an additional little cover, or maybe this had like a zip off here that you can use as a cover, and then you can just take this off the top frame section if you didn't need the additional storage. Another con I would say there are a lot of these straps everywhere around the bag, and I get that they do that so that you can cinch down everything, but I feel like it's unnecessary. You have this bottom area here to cinch it down, which I feel like is kind of a necessary thing. Like, unless you want to attach like your tent or like a sleeping pad here. But I'm really not a big fan of attaching things to the outside of your pack because they can get damaged that way. They have another system here if you want to like kind of, if you had something longer, I guess, and wanted to attach that. They also have another buckle down here to be able to attach something else if you wanted to, but I feel like that's unnecessary because you have these pockets that are like do a fine job just holding whatever you put in there. So I would say that's kind of one thing, is like all the straps, extra straps. Overall, I would recommend this bag for anyone looking to get into backpacking.